Well, it's early morning. I listened to my little piece of music that I found late yesterday, and it's time for a little walk around the neighborhood just to get myself organized for the day. Another day here in the Philippines. Very quiet, not too much traffic around, but I'll walk a different way. I'll walk back the way I used to for a while when I first came here, which is past the church behind me there, and towards the countryside, or should I say the open fields, a little further along the road here. On my right is a property that an English guy I've come to talk to on occasion and had a nice cup of tea with him. He's married to a Filipina. Has been here for some years now, and interesting guy. It's funny how you find all the different people in the neighborhood. When you're new to a neighborhood, you feel a little of an outsider wandering around, but after a little while you get to recognize the faces and also the different characters that you come across. So it doesn't take long before you start to, I suppose, blend in a little bit. There's a lot of talk on the news at the moment. Gosh, there's some bad bus drivers, that's for sure. I watched one last night where he reversed. Sadly, I don't know why he bothered to reverse in the main road, pushing back cars, and must have had a momentary lapse of madness. But sadly, he ran over a small child, only a young 2-year-old, who passed away at the scene. Dreadful. It's dreadful how they show these things on GMA News, and there was another piece about dog fighting. I hadn't seen that shown before, but the fact that they actually show it, no warning whatsoever as to what you're going to be observing. It's all very disturbing in some ways. I suppose that's the reaction that many got used to have when bullfighting and cross-country fox chasing was shown on TV. But moving on, there's a big push in Manila for traffic cameras who are able to pick up numbers for vehicles not travelling in the right lane, maybe speeding, but definitely travelling in, say, cycle lanes, things like that, and sending them a bill. Now, I don't know how that's going to work, because many of those that are being caught are clearly not wealthy people when you look at the vehicles. So how they're going to pay the fine for going in these lanes, I don't know. I mean, it's a good thing that somebody's doing something about the enforcing of traffic rules, because clearly here in the Philippines there seems to be a lack of enforcement. Now and again you have a traffic stop, pulling over maybe selected motorcycles with maybe not having a helmet on the pedestrian, not the pedestrian, the passenger, and also maybe the occasional car that looks a bit sus. But sometimes they wheel them off and seize them until they pay their bills, and I suppose that's the only option they have. But space being a premium, it's always very hard to imagine that they're going to be able to do that to everybody. Otherwise they have these big yards full of cars they've seized, waiting on payment to recover the vehicle. You know, you can do foolish things here, like driving a bus whilst you're placing a bet on your phone, in full view of the passengers, of course. And then what do? They give them a 90-day suspension, and then they have a go at fining the traffic, not the traffic, the bus company. Now, of course, how on earth does the bus company know that the guy is going to be that stupid? I suppose you could say, well, they should be telling the bus driver, as the employer, don't get caught, or should I say, if you do get caught, you'll lose your job. And of course, we as the bus company may end up being prosecuted as well. Well, the water's down there today in the, I'll call it a irrigation channel. I've never noticed that there's a physical drop in the two heights from one side of the road to the other. It's got like a, let me see if I can show you. It's like a little waterfall now that the water is lower, showing that the water is flowing gravity fed. Oh, what a nice sound. The sound of rippling water. With the tree hanging over, it looks very, very pretty. And look at that, tree branches hanging over. Now, over here, there's a paddock, or we'll call it just a part of a field, obviously prepared for rice. It's just churned up mud, waiting for them to come and plant the rice in there. Another one on the other side of the road. It's always good to have an early morning wander. You get to see the changing vision, or the changing landscape. And as you can see, it is quite quiet now. So it's only a little after 5:30, and it's a good time because it's cool. The sky is, as you can see, is a little bit shaded in different areas, but I don't think it's going to necessarily rain heavily today. It'll be no doubt the evening. But that's my little bit of a walk. Hello. Somebody looking at me as he drives down on his way maybe to work. Just life goes on. You know, look at the road there. Chickens walking across the road, or they probably look a bit more like cock-a-doodle-doo. But yeah, oh wow. I just saw some fish come to the surface in this area here. Probably tilapia. Maybe they escaped the fish farm. But no doubt you could go fishing here then and get yourself some fresh fish out of the water channel. The lady up the road here, I'll just show you. Oh, swing the right way. Yeah, it's just where is it? I can't see it. Oh no, I'm facing the wrong way. She's got a servery on the side of the road where the locals can buy their breakfast, maybe lunch during the day. A bit of a ramshackle affair, but it's quite often the case. The food is, as long as it's always good, nothing wrong with the roadside cafeteria type thing, as long as it's a busy time where there's lots of people and the food is, you can see it's still steaming. It's just come off the wok. so it's always safe to eat. Nothing like a guy there selling, oh look, water flushing out of the back. He's got tilapia in there, so he's a mobile fishmonger. There's always something going on here. To say that you could get bored with it, nothing to look at, would be an understatement. There's always something going on here, and I hope that I haven't bored you too much this morning. I do apologise for not putting up more videos on Grumpy. I've been somewhat preoccupied with a bit of sex pat for some reason. I don't know why, but I've forgotten to follow through on this side, and I again apologise, but I will carry it on as the days go forward this week. Another mobile vegetable shop there. There you can see they've churned up the ground here too. Lots of water ready to plant. Amazing. You have this sort of paddle churning machine that walks along a bit like a cultivator, and they stand in the mud barefoot as they work their way around the field. So guys, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, and I love to hear and see your comments, as long as they're respectful. So I'll catch you later guys. Bye now.